firstly, I believe we are in a new golden age of entertainment, and it is dizzyingly rapid change. And what we have is a global delivery platform. We have entertainment on demand. We have multi-platform options with growing emphasis on mobile devices and a global creative business. And the emphasis is on a global creative business. So Hollywood historically treated entertainment as an export business. The studios, are hard-pressed for financing. They'd go to large institutions for slate financing, often with foreign territories, non-US territories, hived off to the financing partner. Very difficult for individual investors to participate, and these methodologies are being challenged significantly by the new global streaming platforms. Now, in terms of the individual independent financing models, and you walk around Davos, and when you meet people with too much money, many of them have actually financed a film, which is recreational investing. And individual projects have historically been really put together with bifurcated rights through territorial pre-sales. Territorial distributors and territories around the world are often on different calendars based on local custom and culture. And the consolidation of the entertainment industry, which is happening right now in Hollywood and elsewhere around the world, is further complicating the picture, because as these Disney, Fox merging, AT&T acquiring what is today Warner Media, what is happening literally with the explosion of production finance is leverage has gone through the roof. And the need for co-financing is probably at its highest level ever. And because of the size of investment needed for slate financing or even for project financing, the process of assembling that financing has become more difficult, it is cumbersome, and it is expensive. And finding investors that are comfortable with the vagaries and the risk profile of traditional film financing is unsystematic and opportunistic. And these conditions are changing. We have been moving towards a global day-and-date release. We have begun doing that with a concern over piracy, but it's been rapidly accelerating as the advent of global streaming media services, which make product available on demand, day and date, everywhere in the world. So what does this tell us? This tells us that we need new financing methods. And that these financing methods need to accommodate a world without territorial pre-sales or bifurcated rights in order to market to a global audience day and date, with trackable methods that make investing in high-quality product simple and efficient, and that can meet the expanded need for content, because there is more content being produced today and higher quality content, which is the good news, than ever before in history. So blockchain technology expands the investment opportunities here. The precision and verifiability of blockchain transactions enables the important new financing mechanisms for film investment for both movie studios and independent film projects. Blockchain tracks and verifies each transaction. It allows for tracking of ownership regardless of the number of investors. It cuts down on red tape and cost, and it minimizes mistakes. It also minimizes theft, which often goes on in film financing. So much more fun than Bitcoin would be a film investment token. And this could be used to finance film projects much more efficiently, allowing more security for both producers and investors. These tokens would be issued with face value priced to reflect the perceived risk profile of the film project rather than the sort of vagaries of how we price film financing today. The value of the tokens would fluctuate up or down based on the expectation of profit for the project, along with the perceived future value of the IP involved. And it can be a site. And these tokens actually can be retired. They can have a clause that allows for redemption by the studio so that eventually, as with film financing today, the IP can be retired into a film library. Economic value that's tradable. This method allows for the democratization of film finance a wide distributed, diverse investor base, a transparent open market, priced according to risk, with the inherent risk of the film project built into the token ahead of time. It's tradable and trackable. Frankly, it gamifies the process by betting on the future of stars, projects, and other creative factors. Also keeping IP and rights together. Fan bases can participate in a more meaningful way. These things are wonderful pre-marketing tools for projects, and it's simply a more efficient way to finance more product in the future. So the benefits to the studio and to producers is that the studio can create a bond or stock-like token comprised of recoupment of investment and profits, and you can make deals with co-financiers where studios basically, instead of giving the same terms project by project, they can price Star Wars differently than a much riskier, very different drama. So the bottom line is you've got the studios being able to price things rationally according to the IP that they are, the films that they're making. Independent producers actually could pre-sell projects that are not yet certain to be going forward. And unlike the way we finance films today, it would price in that risk into the token itself. And the pricing of the token could be dependent on the state of the project. Basically, you've gamified film finance. So what is the future? This is just the start. If we do things this way, we actually can finance films, more of them, more content on a global basis. And once the market for film tokens scales, the marketplace begins to look like a traditional stock market, but it's a stock market for IP. And basically, we are in the world of the future of film finance.